Dude, that's crazy, dude. So how much were those glasses?
They were about $400.
400.
Yeah.
I seen them. I seen them at Best Buy.
I got them at Best Buy.
Yeah.
But that color he has on, they just look like the sunglasses like your average person will wear, so you can't tell that it has a camera on
I could
them.
tell it has a camera.
Well, yeah, now that you look
No,
at
no,
it,
no.
but
But
you
I
didn't
could
mention it.
No, I know. I'm not gonna mention it, but I could tell it has a camera.
Why wouldn't you mention it?
Why would I mention?
I did. I'm like, dude, I like your glasses, dude.
No, as soon as I saw it, I was like, you see the Ray-Bans, and as soon as you see the Ray, is it Ray-Ban, right?
Yeah,
As soon as you see the Ray-Ban, you see the little dot.
Well, and I think it's kind of funny because like normal Ray-Bans, they have that like silver piece or whatever on the top where the cameras go or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Normally they would be there, but when you know like what a Ray-Ban, it's not, it's working.
Yeah, it's working.
Or when you know what you're looking for, because when I went to Best Buy, I saw them, and that's you clearly see the cameras.
Of course, yeah.
So is it 2 or 1? 2, huh?
It's one, and then
one's
like
audio?
Yeah,
The light.
one's a light, one's a camera, and
Yeah.
then
Yeah, I think they're pretty cool.
I think they're cool, dude. I think I'm gonna get a pair.
they are
Me
the
too.
transition ones. So like you walk into like a store or whatever, it gets lighter, but when you walk outside and it's sunny, like it's dark.
But that's the thing I don't like about the flashlight though, because if he has a flashlight on and he goes up to a random person and starts having a conversation, if they know he's recording, then they may start acting a little weird or nervous or something like that because they know they're on camera.
But when does it do the flashlight though?
The whole time it's recording.
Oh, really?
So when
Yeah.
you like click it or whatever, it'll go like 60 seconds.
How does it do right now?
It'll go for a minute.
I
So
see.
now it's recording.
Yeah. See,
But
So-
you said you could put a little sticker,
Yeah, I can put like a little piece of tape
and
over
it
or
covers it
whatever.
and doesn't affect the camera.
Of course. But so there's a little spot right here on this
Yeah.
side. It's like a white light
Yeah.
that like I can see, but you can't see. If,
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
And then like if I cover that, you can't really tell what it is.
Yeah. So every time you record, that has to light up.
Of course.
Okay,
yeah.
I see.
Yeah.
Damn.
So on the app
Oh.
or whatever, you can like change the lighting on it,
Mm-hmm.
but it won't go dark. You know what I mean? It has to be there for, I guess, like
You gotta, yeah.
let people know, like, hey, by the way, I'm recording you. You know what I mean, or whatever. Yeah.
I seen some shit on social media that they just go to people and they're talking, but obviously some people can never catch it.
Oh yeah.
Some
And-
people do, but it's very, very minimal. They're like, "Are you recording?" They're like, "No."
but like he's saying, if he gets it right and he puts that little like a black little
Piece of tape or whatever.
little tape or whatever, and he blocks it just right, then that one random person that really pays attention to things will catch it, but your average person won't
Yeah.
catch.
See,
won't catch
so
it.
now it just got done recording, so now it's gonna be off. Yeah. Some people will be like coming up to me, and be like, "Are you
Damn,
recording?"
he's recording us on our podcast instead of us
you're-
recording him.
I'll
He
shoot
switched the
that out.
script on us, dude.
Shit. Damn.
All right, guys, we're gonna get started with this. So, welcome back to the podcast, guys. We have the young WingManV in the house. So, a lot of you guys may have seen him around town. He's always with our boy Jonesy. He's got his own merch brand that we're gonna talk about. He's also a local artist. He uploads music, underground music, which we'll also talk about and learn about today. But yeah, let's get started. We're gonna find out who the biggest wingman in town is, man. So let's get this started.
Let's go. People in Salem want to know who is WingManV.
Where did he come from? Who is he? What does he do?
So it all started when I was like video gaming. So I used to like play like hella video games, like hella Halo.
Halo. So like Xbox.
Yeah, Xbox days, you know.
Or,
And
was it called Xbox? The original one?
Yeah, like
or game-
Xbox 360.
Yeah,
or
Xbox
something.
360, right?
Yeah. And so I had my like old gamer tag, which I don't want to say, you know, it's just it's something out of the air. But this guy I knew that was on my team on Xbox, on Halo or whatever, his name was WingManV. And he was like, "Hey, I'm going to change my name and you can have it." I'm like, "Okay," because I was like, I want that name for some odd reason. I don't know why. I was like, whatever. Changed my name, got it there. Now I'm WingManV on Xbox, right? And you guys can add me on whatever, you know, if you want. And it just became a thing. And then as I grew up, older, I was like 18, 19. I was like, I want to start my own clothing brand. I want to get my stuff out there. Let's see what I can do, you know? Let's make some motion, you know? And then I was living in West Salem, and I was like, all right, I'm getting this stuff going and starting out. And you start out like bad. Like you're just like horrible at it. You know, when you're doing tie dye, because I like to. That's my clothing brand, tie dye. When you're starting out tie dye, it's pretty sloppy. You know, you get a little left and right, but as you progress, like 5+ years that I've been doing it, you're just like, okay, it just kind of naturally comes to you, and then you're just good to go from there, you know? And then 5, 6, 7, 8 years, and I'm like, now I have, you know, 4 or not even 4, but 3 consignment shops that I'm in downtown Salem, Morgan.
Hell yeah.
And so, yeah.
So you were raised in West Salem?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so born and raised in West Salem.
Born and raised in West Salem, yes.
And you said you wanted to start a clothing brand. You started a clothing brand. What kind of clothing brands did you kind of look up to, or what inspired you for your like style of clothing?
So I was a skater. I was like a hardcore skater. Mm-hmm. That's why I like skate around downtown and do all this stuff or whatever, and longboard and whatever. And I was like,
longboarding.
Yeah, bro. I'll be blasting with the speaker. You know, I'll be getting it going. You know, I'll have my jams going. You know, and I started skating. So I was like, okay, I like this type of style of grunge, I guess you could say, that this, you know, era is in right now. And I was like, all right, you know what? That's my focus. Mm-hmm. And so I decided to go grunge with my tie-dye. And that's why it looks like a splatter paint, or like, you know, on the back, it's like stencils or whatever, you know? And so I was like, you know what? Let's make some grunge tie-dye, put it in shops, and then that's the stuff. Yeah.
Hell yeah. Do you remember of any clothing brands, streetwear, growing up? Because I know there's a few. I don't. Did you grow up in the 90s or early 2000s?
Early 2000s.
Early 2000s. So there's like I could think of Echo Unlimited.
That was a little past my time.
South Pole. Remember South Pole?
That was past my time too. Dude, you grew up in the 90s, dude. Early 90s,
South
dude.
Pole.
I've heard of South Pole.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
What's the other one? Rockaware? No?
No, I never heard of that either.
That's Jay-Z's brand. Rockaware?
I didn't even know he had a clothing brand, dude.
Yeah. And there's another one too. Streetwear. Bape.
Oh,
that's a little bit. That's more.
Yeah, that's new style, I guess you could say.
That's style.
That's not different. It's streetwear. I mean, that's the early 2000s.
Bape has been out since the early 2000s.
Yeah.
Oh damn, I didn't know that.
Oh, so it just like started popping off again.
It just blew up then, huh?
Yeah.
It blew up. I mean, but it came off though, because they fucked up and the original owner sold, and it's not the same anymore. Now you see Bape, but it's not. It's not. The early 2000s, you would see it like in Kanye and all these upbringing artists. Mm-hmm. But nah, it's not the same. It's kind of whack. Look into it.
What brand?
Supreme is like more like kind of like mid 2000s, right?
Yeah.
2010 and above.
Yeah.
What brands do you remember growing up?
Man, I was only repping Nike.
Nike?
Honestly, yeah. I was repping Nike. I was repping like anything from Zoomies pretty much.
Yeah, same thing.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, Zoomies.
Okay. You know, go to Hot Topic, Zoomies, or...
I never did Hot Topic. I just did Zoomies. But Volcom was big for me.
Yeah, Volcom's good.
Were you guys did you guys ever go to the Lancaster Mall?
Yeah, man. They used to have some cool shit,
Mall?
dude.
Oh yeah,
there was different eras of the Lancaster Mall.
Dude, I'll tell you how old I am for going to the Lancaster Mall.
When you went to the Lancaster Mall, there was still a coin shop in there, dude. That's how long ago.
That was a coin shop. Yeah,
there
was a coin shop.
I didn't even know there was a coin
shop.
But did you know there was a fountain in there?
A fountain?
Yeah, it's like a water fountain. You throw like coins.
Was it in front of Sears?
No.
Where was it?
No, like deep down, kind of by going to Nordstrom. That the last layer where no one really went.
There was no Nordstrom in
Macy's or whatever one all the way in the corner.
Yep.
Oh, you know where exactly? With the ramp, the stairs.
Oh, okay. No, I don't remember.
Right there, there's a fountain.
Damn, dude.
For everybody that's old and went to Lancaster Mall, confirm this. There was a fountain. Did people throw pennies, quarters, whatever?
No way.
Dude. Yeah,
That's crazy.
You know, it's funny that you bring that up because a couple weekends ago, I went to the Woodburn Outlets with my girl. And I asked her if she remembered when they had the koi fish pond at the outlets. Do you remember the koi fish pond? They had a big ass koi fish pond, kind of in the very back, but in the middle of the mall. It was a big ass koi fish pond. Mm-hmm. You guys don't remember that?
What are you talking about, dude?
I don't know.
Yeah.
What outlets?
At the Woodburn Outlets. There's only one outlet.
I mean, that's.
I don't know.
No, I don't
you
know.
you
I
gotta
don't
you
know.
gotta
Yeah,
ask people
you
for
gotta-
that.
y'all gotta remember, man. That wasn't even that long ago.
I don't.
Dude, time just passes.
I don't.
like,
You're
quick,
tripping,
bro.
dude.
Nah, I'm telling
I
you.
don't know. I don't know what you're drinking.
Where's my people that remember this? Okay, so we'll have to check up on yours and we're gonna fact check you and we'll fact check myself.
You gotta be an
That's gonna
original
be-
OG in
yeah.
Salem. to
Dude,
know.
Jonesy's gonna know, dude. We're gonna ask
Jonesy would
Jonesy.
know.
Yeah, Jonesy's gonna
Jonesy's
know,
gonna
dude.
know. He's probably gonna know.
Damn.
Yeah, no.
But what was the whole point of this? Oh, the mall, Anchor Blue. Oh, you remember Anchor Blue at the mall?
No,
Like
dude,
at
you
the
keep
mall?
bringing that up, but I don't remember that, dude.
No?
No,
No, bro.
Damn. Do you guys remember Anchor Blue at the mall?
no.
It's like another clothing brand.
Oh,
It's
okay,
kind of like
copy that.
Sumi's, Hot
Yeah.
Topic, and all that
Dude,
shit.
I remember
Journeys, you know,
Journeys.
they still got Journeys or whatever.
there was like
Yeah.
3 or 4 stores that we would frequent in the mall. It was Foot Locker, it was Zoomies,
Yeah.
and then Macy's, and that's probably it, dude. In the food court.
Oh yeah, the food
Yeah,
court was
man.
gas. The food
Yeah.
court
Yeah.
was gas. Yeah.
But that was I think that was more popping when I was in middle school. So I don't think I ever skipped school there, man. But I skipped school at the downtown Salem Center for sure. Even though I wasn't really interested in any of the stores that was at the Salem Center Mall.
You would just go down there just to hang out,
Yeah,
or
just to
whatever.
hang
Yeah,
out, for
because
sure.
that's the spot, man. I mean, when you grow up in Salem and you grow up in West Salem, that's kind of like the hub, you know. You kind of just like, all right, you know what? I'm gonna navigate that way. You know, I'm gonna migrate that way because there's some people I know. There's some shops I could, you know, go down there and look at something. There might be something that I like down there, you know.
So you being a skater, did you ever hang out at the riverfront? Not the riverfront park, but the like the skate park downtown?
Oh yeah, the whole now the homeless camp.
Yeah, now the homeless camp,
Yeah, yeah. So I used
the
to shoot.
trenches.
Yeah, I used to shoot ball there, and then I used
Really?
to skate there all the time. Yeah, it was so fun.
Really?
Yeah, it was really cool, and you know, I'd meet a whole bunch of different people. You know, many different people, and like people would be like, "Oh, you're cool. Who are you?" And I'm like, "Oh, I'm Wingman." You know, something light. You know, and then I'm like, "Let's play some ball. Let's play some. You know, let's go downtown skate. You know, whatever. You know,
Dude, I forget there's a skate park there.
Yeah.
right? Everybody
I
does,
forgot.
bro.
Yeah. Damn, so
Everybody
you play
does.
ball too? You used
Yeah,
to?
oh yeah.
Oh, you
yeah.
do?
I can still play.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
How tall are you, dude?
6'3".
6'3". Damn, son. Yeah, I told him, I'm like, dude, I saw him outside. I'm like, this guy's fucking big, dude. He's a tall boy.
I'm a broad.
Yeah, he's a tall boy.
We're just short, way.
Yeah, we are just short, but
No, that's okay, bro. There's
6'3" is
nothing
not average though.
wrong. There's nothing wrong with
Shout out to
short.
the short kids.
Yeah, exactly.
Jones is our height, dude.
For real.
I'll go hang out with Jonesy.
We go hang out with Jonesy.
I'll go hang out with Jonesy. I'll be just like, "What's up, bro? How you doing?" Oh, what's
Having to look down at us and shit.
Yeah.
what's up?
Tell me a little bit about music too. I know you're dabbling in
I got
music.
you.
But before we do that, or unless you want
What's
to,
No, whatever floats. Yeah, let's just go for the flow.
You did mention about your shirts and your tie dye. You said you were in consignment stores.
Yeah.
Are you like? Can you tell us the
Oh,
name
yeah,
of
I
the
got you.
stores,
Yeah, I
or do
got
you
you.
want to move on to music first?
I like that.
No, we
Yeah,
can do that.
I like
Yeah.
that.
Because I know
So-
I've seen you with Capital Consignment.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I just don't know the other two.
So how that all started actually was kind of crazy. So I was riding my board downtown, just like a casual day, and Jonesy is sitting over there with the boss from Capital Consignment. He's like, "Hey, come over here real quick." I'm like, "All right, cool." So I went over there, and one thing led to another, and the dude was like, "I want your stuff in my shop."
Yeah.
And I'm like, "What?" I'm like, "No way." He's like, "Yeah, I want your stuff in my shop." I'm like, perfect. Went over there, did the deal, did all that, and it's been less than a year. It's almost been a year that I've been in that shop.
Damn, hell yeah.
Yeah, and so I'm excited. And you know, people, they'll go buy my brand and they'll, you know, help me, support me, and they'll, you know, help me out as much as they can, as much as they know, you know. And you know, after that, it just gradually started popping off. Like now there's a thrift store that's over out at Commercial Street. Then again, Thrifts right next to Isaac's.
I haven't seen it. Isaac.
Here
You know
downtown?
yeah, Isaac's coffee shop.
Oh yeah, I know. Oh yeah. To the left of Isaac's.
Yeah, so
yeah,
it's
yeah.
Isaac's, and then there's that haircut.
The
place.
Wild Things.
Yeah.
Not.
Yeah, and that
Okay,
whole strip. Yeah. So it's not bad. It's there, and then I'm over on TJ's on Broadway, which is a smoke shop. So if you guys like weed,
Broadway. Okay.
go down there, get some go get some merch.
Our IT does, right, Joe? Nah, IT's on Isaac or no?
TJ's on
IT's on Isaac.
TJ's
On
on
Broadway.
Broadway.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think they changed their name recently to Up in Smoke.
Okay.
So yeah, that's the new name. Like I appreciate the people that are like actually helping me, with my brand and clothing brand, because they're giving me a chance. And like having you guys like interview me and be like, oh, this is just even another stepping stone to make it, bigger.
Exactly. So then all you focus is on tie-dye?
Yeah, so I do tie-dye, I do coasters, which I was like looking at this coaster and I was like, this is sick. I do coasters, I do 3D prints of my little guys, keychains, and you can find all that on Instagram. And then down at the shops and whatnot. But
Yeah, exactly. Nice. What type of coasters? Like, not the wood type or
Oh, no, yeah,
or
for the-
just okay.
Yeah, for the wood type, yeah.
Like you paint them or like what do you mean?
No, I'll burn them.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Oh,
I'll
shit.
burn them. So like
yeah.
how you guys did this,
Yeah.
I'll put WingManV.
Yeah, I got
Yeah,
you. Yeah.
yeah.
Our friend of ours, Freddie, made by Freddie, made those for us.
Oh yeah, I know, made by Freddie. Yeah.
Yeah, he made
That's
that.
awesome, dude.
Yeah.
Those are sick. Those are really cool. Yeah, I'm trying. I used to like burn my name into my longboard and my skateboard, just to be like have something cool. Why not? And people be like, "Oh, how'd you do that?" And I'm just like, "Bro, just get a heat press and just not a heat press, but a wood burner kit, and you go down there and burn your name and however you want to carve it." And yeah, I used to put like a whole bunch of stickers on my decks. But yeah, I'm an artist, man. That's just how it is.
You always been an artist?
Always, man.
Always growing up?
Always been an artist. Yeah.
Would you tag or not?
No, I do know a lot of people that do tag.
Oh, I see. This guy
Yeah.
used to go tag all the time in the
Really?
streets.
Yeah, just the buses, man.
Wow.
buses and trains.
That's crazy cool.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
man.
Yeah.
I always asked this guy to come with me, but he was always a little bitch.
Yeah, dude. Hell no.
Just dress in all black and you're good to go, bro.
Yeah.
I'm trying to get caught up.
I can make a WingManV ski mask for you, bro.
Yeah,
Oh,
see, there you
shit.
go.
I got you.
Damn.
They'll know it's not him though. Like, this motherfucker's too short.
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly.
Dude,
yeah.
have you ever skated or longboarded? Mm-hmm. Which one?
Both.
Both? Were you were into it?
No, I wasn't into it. I mean,
But you had your own skateboard and you had your own longboard?
I had a skateboard. I didn't have a longboard.
No. I had a skateboard too, and I remember that one time we went out with some guys. Dude, I was young, dude. I was like in middle school. We went out to I think it was Claggett. Don't they have like a hill?
Oh,
They have a
yeah.
hill there. And I went down that for first time on a longboard, dude, and I ate shit, dude.
I used to bomb Eola.
No shit, dude.
I swear to God. My homies can prove. My homies can say, yeah.
You guys ever catch that on video?
We did not. We
Bro.
did not. It was insane. Eola, and then
Have you seen how steep that hill is?
I don't remember. I feel like I do because this is West Salem, right?
It's
We're
a crazy
West
hill.
Salem.
is
Is that the main street to go to the high school?
No, well, I guess you.
It's Wallace
You
and
could,
so
yeah.
Edgewater and Wallace. Eventually, you have to go to Wallace, and then Aeola's like somewhere going
yeah.
up.
So when you go
Okay, I
into
think I
West
know where,
Salem,
yeah.
you go into West Salem. There's that 7-Eleven on the right hand side. Continue going straight, and then just take a left.
Okay, yeah, I know where it's at.
Then I used to bomb Orchard Heights.
I don't think I've seen that one.
Orchard Heights it's kind of it's on that same path, but it's like a block away.
That is sketchy, dude. After you
So-
start going to a certain speed and it starts wobbling.
Yeah.
Dude,
So
go ahead.
Oh yeah. So the reason why I did that, oh man, it's crazy because I don't want to put on blast, but so I had a couple homies that I was rolling with, and oh man, I don't know if I could say it, but it's pretty bad. But I mean, everybody, one of the homies that I was rolling with, he passed away, and he was on Orchard Heights, and he passed away, and I was like, oh fuck, and so I couldn't, and so I was like, you know what, I'm gonna do it for him, and so I did a little tribute for where he rode down that whole way.
Did he pass away from doing that?
Yeah. So he passed away from doing that. Yeah. So I did it for him and his family. They know when you'll see, they know that I did it for him because when I was going down that hill, they lived on the top like top portion or whatever, and they saw me, and they like stopped and they're like, "Hey, by the way, don't do this, whatever. Just walk down, being safe." And I was like, I don't. And so they drove down, and I eventually went down, and I'm still here, and I have to like, it like, bro, it makes me cry every time I say something about it, but like it just makes, it makes me feel good that I helped him out, finish the race. You know what I mean? And so like, yeah, and I told his mom and told his dad and told his sister. His sister is like really good friends with me and whatnot. We'll go down to Coin Jam, we'll hang out and stuff, whatever. So yeah,
That's a dangerous sport, man.
It's very
That's a
dangerous.
Very dangerous sport.
Ever since that day, I have not bombed any hills. I have not bombed any hills. I only did that once.
Dude, that's tough because I mean, the time I went to a longboard, it wasn't even like steep, but I don't skateboard or anything, right? And it was probably like I would say 10 years.
It looks so easy, dude.
And I was going down,
Yeah.
and I was like, oh, this is easy. And then you start picking up speed, and I'm like, oh hell no! All you see is road, and you're like,
you don't know how to stop.
and then you're my friend's like, you got to get low, and then you start getting low, and then
You
your
go
legs,
faster.
and then your legs start like
Exactly. Yeah,
your legs start shaking. I'm like, oh hell no! I'm
You'll
like,
start
I'm
getting
done,
speed
dude.
wobbles.
Did you fall?
Nah.
Oh, you made it.
No, I made it, but it's I don't know, dude. I was like, oh hell no, I'm not doing that shit. I never did it again because I'm like, next time I feel like I will eat shit. So I was like, nah.
Well, so what I've learned. Oh, sorry about that. What I've learned is it's all in your brain, bro. I don't. If you can put your mind to it, you can do it. You know what I mean? And that's with a lot of things in life. Like I was like in the right mode, so I was like, you know what, I'm gonna do this today. It's gonna be working. It's gonna be great. At the end of the day, I'm gonna coast out. I'm just gonna ride out. And so I did it, and I told his mom and dad and his sister, and it worked out great. And they were like, no way you did that. And I'm like, yeah, you can go up to the top of the hill. You can see his cross, and
Oh, it's still there.
it's still there. Yeah. So
That was pretty recent.
no, it was back in.
That was a while back.
Yeah.
I see. Yeah. Okay.
It's crazy, man. I like to be that guy to help people out. You know what I mean, and finish the race for them. You know what I mean. That's kind of like it. Kind of just fits into play of being a wingman. You know,
Yeah.
like I'll help people out in general. Like let's say you bought a tie-dye T-shirt or something, and I'll go out in the street and give one out for free. Just being a nice dude. And that's what I bring to the table for Wingman. And yeah,
Hell yeah.
Yeah, dude.
it's pretty sick.
Yeah.
So, changing the subject.
You're good, yeah.
I saw that I saw that Young Gravy came to the state fair, and that you gave him a Young Gravy tie-dye shirt.
Yeah.
How did that happen?
So, a little long story, but I'll make it short. So
We can get the long story
Yeah,
too.
Oh, you want the long story? Okay, cool.
First, I'm like, who's Young Gravy? I don't know who Young Gravy is.
You don't know who Young
Nah.
Gravy is, dude?
Is he a rapper?
He
or?
dates MILFs, dude.
He's the mom lover.
He's the mom.
Yeah, I don't know who Young Gravy is.
I don't even know if they're MILFs, GILFs, dude.
Yeah, exactly right. No, yeah. So it was the fair, it was a setting. So I was like, all right, whatever. So one day I called the fairgrounds and I was like, hey, is Young Gravy gonna be performing there or whatever? They're like, yeah. It's gonna be a whole thing. I'm like, all right, cool. So I went up there and I drove up there. Got a ticket. Went up to the lady. I was like, hey, I'm here to see Young Gravy concert. I don't know the whole spiel or whatever I was supposed to say. I don't know if there was anything. And she's like, okay, hold on a second. So I'm like waiting. So she hands me this ticket and it says VIP. And so I'm like, what? I'm like, okay. So I'm like, where do I go if it's VIP? She's like, just go around the stables and whatnot. So I went down there, drove down there where it said VIP pass on it. And there was this lady standing there. And so I was like, hey, where do I go? She's like, oh, just wait for this guy that's going to pull up in a little cart or whatever. I'm like, all right, cool. He'll show you where to go. Perfect. And so he takes me along and he's like, park right there. I'm like, all right. So I park right there by the spot. He's like, hop in the little cart that I got going on for you. I'm like, all right. And so I'm like thinking, what's going on? Like, who am I? What is, like, at this moment, I'm like, I didn't even do anything. I'm nobody, Anyway, so he gets me into the they'll stay fair for free. And I told him as I'm talking, I'm like, hey, by the way, I made Young Gravy a t-shirt. And so he's like, oh, okay, so you're part of like the merch team or whatever. And I'm like, in my head, I'm like, sure, you know, like whatever, right?
Hell yeah, I'm the director of the
Yeah, right? No, like whatever, no. So he gets me in for free, whatever, and I'm like, all right, cool. So I'm like sitting out there waiting for Young Gravy at the stadium, and I'm like 15, 20 minutes, nothing's happening. So I'm like, whatever. So I walk around like the back area where they drop them off and they can, you know, put them in the back. And I see this guy like walking out, and I'm like, who is that guy? I'm like, he looks important, you know. And it's Puya. Shout out Puya. I don't know his whole handle, but that's what he goes by. And I think it's like Booty Sensei or some shit like that on Instagram. I can't remember what it is, but shout out Young Gravy too. So I see him. I take a picture with him, and I let him know. I'm like, hey, I'm Wingman. You know, I make a whole bunch of tie-dye. I made a tie-dye t-shirt for Young Gravy, blah, blah, blah. And he's like, oh, cool, copy that. I was like, all right. So I'm like, is there a way I can hand it to him or whatever? And he's like, oh, no, okay, cool. Let's do this. So I give him the shirt. He goes in and gives it to Young Gravy. Comes back out, and he's like, hey, what's your Instagram? I'm like, it's WingManV. And so he adds me back. And he's like, hey, I'm going to send you a photo. I'm like, all right, perfect. So I'm like, okay, well, obviously of the shirt, you know, you'll find it on my Instagram. And he sends me the photo, and I'm like, damn, dude, I got this guy's like Instagram, like hella, but like keeping it all like kosher and chill in my brain. I'm just like, what the fuck, you know? And I told him, I'm like, hey, man, I don't know what's gonna happen, you know, but I was like, I'll just post it, and I'll post you guys, and we'll go from there, whatever. I posted it, instantly deleted it, because I was like, oh, whatever. And then I posted it again, and then they repost it, and I'm like, oh, damn. And then, yeah. And so after that, I got into the concert. I don't know how I got in. I was a little sauced, honestly. I got in. I don't know how I got in. Probably for free because I know somebody or whatever.
Allegedly,
yeah. And so I got into the pit, like where the whole thing was, and so he showed Puya the shirt, put it on, took a picture of it. As he was coming out, he didn't wear it though, but he said, he was like, hey, to anybody that knows that my favorite colors are black and red, shout out to you. And I'm like, is that a tribute to me? Is that like you shouting me out right now? I'm like, no, whatever. And so I did make the color of the t-shirt black and red. And I have WingManV on the backside, and Young Gravy's doing this or whatever. Some bullshit like that. But yeah, it's crazy how like if you just put your mind to it and you do it. Like I didn't even have that thought process of me like making it, but I bought the ticket to go there or get in there, you know?
Yeah.
And so, like, I was like, all right, why not? Let's see what happens. Get in for free. Know a guy allegedly, you know, some crazy stuff like that. Yeah, and then the concert was great. But yeah, it was
you gotta
cool.
do, man.
Yeah.
Shoot your shot.
So now I got Young
shot.
Gravy and Booty Sensei or whatever. Dude,
that's an awesome handle, dude.
Yeah, exactly, right. Yeah, so shout out to them, dude. I appreciate them so much. And
Dude, why didn't you think of that, dude? Your name could have been like Booty Sensei Jorge, dude.
Shit.
Nah, your girl wouldn't have let you.
Nah.
Oh, he's laughing out. Oh.
IT, are you okay?
You okay?
Laughing too hard.
Booty Sensei Jorge.
Damn, dude.
Why are you so nervous, dude?
Nah,
I was
he's
just
getting
kidding
nervous
about,
right
I
now.
was
He's
just
getting
kidding about the
nervous right
name, dude.
Nah, dude.
No,
This guy has PTSD or something.
Yeah, so Young Gravy, he's a rapper, and he makes a whole bunch of rap stuff. Like one of his songs, whatever, is "C'est La Vie," and that's honestly my favorite song by Young Gravy. I mean, whoever is watching, you know, play that shit hardcore, you know. So he makes a whole bunch of music with a whole bunch of different people. He's like a SoundCloud rapper and all that stuff. And
So when he came, was he not as big as he is now?
bro, he's tall.
No, I mean
Oh, wait.
like as in fame.
Oh, famous? Oh, yeah.
Because I feel like now he's like pretty fucking huge. He's
getting pretty up there. I
he's
don't
up
know.
there. So I don't really know of a lot of like people that are up there that come to the Oregon State Fair. So
Well-
was that when he was coming up, or
I think, well,
was he already up there?
he was already up there.
He was
I
already
believe,
up there.
I believe he was already up. Like he graduated from SoundCloud rapper to like a whole bunch of stuff. I don't know the whole process, but you know, now everybody pretty much knows him.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Damn, I don't know him.
Besides,
Never heard of him, dude.
yeah,
Yeah,
Say,
he's-
look him up.
No, I know who he is.
No, I said look him up. I don't know who he is.
You don't know who he is?
What's his name?
Young Gravy.
Young Gravy.
oh yeah. So it is Booty Sensei.
Booty
shout
Sensei.
shout out Booty Sensei. Puya.
Oh yeah.
Booty Sensei.
Yeah, see.
Booty Sensei. Yeah, man. See, you could be Booty Sensei Jorge, dude.
There you go.
Booty Sensei.
Yeah. Oh, look at instantly. Look at that. Top of the feed, bro.
Oh, there you go. Oh, it's
top,
called.
Look at that. Yeah, top of the feed. Oh, Jonesy sent me a message right now. Yeah. Yeah, shout out
Hey,
these guys,
tell
man.
Jonesy to stop bothering you. Jonesy, we're doing a
Dude, why are you
podcast, man.
interrupting the pod, man?
Yeah, what's going on,
Shit.
Jay?
Damn.
I'm gonna see you soon, okay? I don't need to know you right now. I don't need to see you right now, you know?
So do you still send them merch?
So I have not sold him send him merch. I have not sent him any merch. I want to.
Yeah.
I'm trying to. I want to see what I can do. I want to get to know. I guess get to know him more. I guess because I mean off the rip of just handing some random person a T-shirt. It's like, hey, here you go. You know, I don't. You know, you're Young Gravy, but like you got shit to do. You know.
Yeah.
You know, and I don't want to like bother them as much. You know, just because like they're in my contacts and be like, hey. They said it was okay for me to talk about it, so.
Yeah, for sure.
And
yeah.
you know, he sent me a message. He's like, yeah, you're totally fine. You know, just shout us out. I'm like, perfect.
Yeah, I think that would be cool, dude. I'd send him a shit ton of free merch.
Right?
Just fucking wear my shit.
Right? Yeah, that'd be sick.
Hell
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. I mean, last time I talked to him or I saw that he was in Atlanta. I don't know if that's where he's at now, but yeah, he's been popping off in Atlanta. He's been going everywhere.
Welcome to Atlanta,
Exactly.
where the players play.
Yes, sir.
Tell us a little bit about music. When did you start dabbling in music? Tell us about your music.
So I started dabbling in music like a year ago. My homie helped me out a little bit, and I'm trying to get him back onto this little WingManV team, I guess you could say. And he helped me out. He wants me to be his producer, and we have about like 30 songs that we've done together, and like it's very hard to get into it. If you know, you know what I mean. But I didn't know if you guys know what Audacity is. You know what Audacity is?
Audacity?
Yeah, it's like Are you laughing over there? Oh, you're agreeing. Yeah, so Audacity is like a old school like program that you can like upload music and edit music and kind of like if you get a microphone and just start playing off Audacity and start rapping or start saying stuff, whatever. And most people nowadays, they'll use Audacity to clean up all of their music. So they'll go to like Fruity Loops and like do all that programming there, and then they'll go to Audacity and be like, hey, let's clean up all these like little like nicks that you can hear, you know, in the background. And so a year ago, I was like, I don't even know what Audacity is. And now it's like, let's make a song, you know? You know what I mean? Like I can make a beat, you know, off the rip. I can, you know, I have a blue mic. Blue mic, yeah. A blue mic and then the software and all that stuff. But yeah, I'm trying to get more into music, you know, and I sent Puya a message. And I was like, hey, so me and my friends are trying to like blow up with some music. And I was wondering if you guys could like help me out like in your group, if you guys know anybody that dabbles into music or a better producer or something. And he's like, nobody in my clique or whatever. I'm like,
What type of music? Like just hip
like
hop,
hip hop,
beats and stuff. Yeah, kind of like urban
yeah,
style. Like
yeah, urban hip hop,
Underground,
R&B, underground. Yeah, it's all my songs are underground, and you know I when I find the right song, I'm gonna post it on my Instagram. You know what I mean? We have some good songs that I like or that we like, but not everybody that I've showed is like, that's garbage or that's you know what I mean? Yeah. Yeah. I'm trying to expand with that. I have my own like mic. I have my own, like I have a pop filter. I have all this other stuff that I can like make with them like 5-10 minutes, and I'll be like, all right, let's make a song.
Pretty easy now.
Yes, and
A
so
little
now
more common now.
yeah, so now it's like, okay, I'm gonna go make a beat tonight, and then maybe somebody will rap on it. I'll shoot them an email, I'll be like, hey, here's this, or hey, you like this beat, or hey, let's try this out. Put your ad lib on here, or something like that. Because pretty much everybody that I know, like when I was skating, used to make a whole bunch of music, so we'd be getting on a music game.
So when you do the beat, you basically own that beat, right?
Pretty
And you
much,
can
yeah.
sell it or sample it to an artist, and if the artist wants it, I assume that you get a cut, or how does that?
Yeah, you'd
or
get
how
a
does
cut.
Do you guys know how that works or no?
Not really. I just know there's royalties involved in it,
Okay,
but I don't know.
Yeah. So
I
if
mean,
yeah.
I'm assuming it all just depends. I'm assuming if you're like a beginning producer and you come up with a beat and someone like famous uses it, I'm assuming you get like a pretty small royalty or even like a fee. But if like you're a big producer, then you probably get a little bit of a bigger cut, I'm assuming.
Oh,
I'm
really?
sure I'm sure there's
Damn.
some sort of like negotiations there.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, like it's like for now for me, it's like super simple to like go make a beat because like I can record with the mic and I'll be like, all right, boom, boom, boom. I can do that, record that, clean it all up, and then, optimize it to make it sound better, and then like go from there. And then just add like ad libs or, then
Should make a beat for Alan. He's an inspiring rapper.
really?
I went from tagging to rapping.
No way. Hey. Come on now. That's all
Come
you.
on, Alan.
I need 2 more beers in
Damn, dude.
Dude,
Show
I'm
him that you can rap.
just starting, dude. I'm
Show
a
him that you can
professional podcaster, not a rapper yet, man. You need to calm down.
Dude.
All right.
Calm down, man. Put him on the spot like that.
Bro, I really love this. I really love this coaster. It's really spotting out to me. I don't know why. It's sick though.
Sick, yeah, dude.
Yeah, no.
I should hit up Freddie.
Yeah, he did. He killed it with these.
I should hit up Freddie. Be like, hey, yo, I want one. Give me a WingManV one.
WingManV, the biggest wingman in town. Let's
Right.
go.
Right, dude. Everybody says that. Be like, oh,
Shit.
wait, what's your alias? I'm like, Wingman. They're like, what?
It's a catchy name, man. I think that's a good artist name. It's just like simple. It's catchy. It's there.
Yeah.
WingManV. What? Oh shit. Okay. Like
Yeah.
it's just it's there. It's not just something like Do you have hats too? I saw that you were wearing
Yeah,
a
so
hat too.
I got a couple hats. This is one of one. I went to Lids like 5 years ago, and I was like, I want to wear this hat. I want this on my @WingManV.
Sensei, big booty wingman.
Yes, yes sir, yes sir.
Damn, dude.
Yeah, no. I just started going to another spot off of Commercial, and they do like hats and like clothing and all that stuff or whatever.
The one that's next to the punch shop, kind of.
Yeah,
I get embroidered. How do you say that?
Embroidery.
Embroidery done there.
embroidery.
Yeah, they're good.
They're really
Yeah,
nice.
they're
Yeah. And it's super high quality, but he doesn't even charge like expensive stuff. And I'm just like, okay, this is nice. I can make a hat, sell a hat for $10 more than I got them for, and I can make my money back. Yeah,
Hell yeah.
I've been trying to put them into the Hadaware downstairs. Shout out Hadaware.
Yeah.
I'm trying to put them in there, and she's like, yeah, just talk to my husband, and we'll go from there. I'm like, all right, cool.
Nice.
So yeah.
That's what's up. That's cool that they're willing to work with like local artists like that. I know Jonesy's got merch down there too and stuff.
Yeah, he's got a couple hats. I just bought this hat from him from down there.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, it was pretty nice. I was like, why not go buy one for him, or for me or whatever. But yeah, yeah, support the homie.
Yeah,
right.
exactly. Hell yeah, dude. You got any more plans? Like, are you trying to go into more like consignment, your shirts or more stores or
Yeah, so I'm
doing
trying
it
to
online or
I'm trying to do the whole online game. I want to try to get on that business. I just need somebody to help me out with like a business. I don't even like a business website or something. You know what I mean? something like start off simple, nothing crazy. Yeah, if anybody can help me out with that, get a business online, help me out, guys,
Right here.
Yeah. I have a shop, or I don't have a shop, but there's a shop over in Portland. It's right next to Baghdad Theater. It's like a skater shop, and I can't remember the name, but anyway, they're allowing me to do like pop-up events up there. So I'll like go up there and make some tie-dye, just pop up in there for a couple hours and kind of just chill,
Oh,
And
yeah.
yeah, so I think that's the move right now for me, do pop-up events.
Okay.
I ran into the owner of Side Hustle, and he wanted me to do a mock-up of some tie-dye for him, for his brand, And I have a mock-up that I did the other day, and it turned out great. People were loving it. And he said he was going to put it in Portland, at the bar in Portland.
Okay. Yeah.
So-
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
So I'm excited about that.
Pop-up events are good. I think that they're a good place for people to learn about you and your brand. I think I know we've done a couple pop-up events, and we've done fairly well from pop-up events, just getting our name out there.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're definitely pro pop-up events.
That's
for
what I'm
sure.
talking about. Yeah, that's good.
yeah.
That's good. No, for real.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm trying to expand, man. I'm trying to get a store. I'm trying to get a store somewhere downtown or somewhere, that I can sell my product. And I want to do like a consignment shop where I like consign everybody's stuff in my store.
Mostly clothing or
Clothing, it could be like shoes, it could be, it could be coasters.
Skateboards, whatever.
Yeah,
everything.
skateboards, something to have like that vibe that I've like lived, my life, Like, okay, let's get some skateboards up in here, trucks, whatever, Reds, Zoomies, or, any type of,
Mm-hmm.
But yeah,
exactly.
Yeah.
what's your opinion of downtown Salem at the moment?
At the moment, it's not bad. It's not bad. I would say it's pretty chill right now. Nothing crazy has popped off.
You think it'd be a good time to start a business like that?
No,
Why?
definitely not right now. I would say there's not really a lot of foot traffic. I would wait until like a year, honestly, because I live downtown, so I kind of like scope out the area and I kind of like watch people, watch businesses, and see what they do and how they react.
What do you think will be different in a year?
Definitely different shops, different culture, I guess you could say. The culture could be like way better. I feel like the culture here in Salem could be like Portland, but better. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Like
Jorge's always advocated for that. He's always said that we're just several years behind Portland, but he says that that's like
Well, not several, a lot of years.
Well, I mean, yeah, but I'm saying a lot of years behind Portland, but I mean, in the grand scope of things, I mean, not very far away from where we could be, right?
oh, for sure, yeah.
But I don't know. I just find that interesting, and I find people's opinions interesting. I just don't understand. Like over the last several years, I know that they've invested a lot of money in downtown Salem with new hotels and apartments and stuff. And I just don't get it. I don't get why downtown Salem is not like I would have felt like it would have been more popping than what it is right now. But you still see, I mean, businesses kind of going out of business.
Yeah, you'll see that. I feel like that they
You were saying a little bit less foot traffic, so I'm like, why?
Yeah. So I mean the apartments is a good idea. I think that's a great idea to get more people in here to understand what we have here, And if we are able to get that going, to get better businesses in here, like maybe if there was like a family center for like kids to like have fun at, like an arcade or something, to be like, hey, there's a portion that adults only can come at this arcade, but kids can come too, If that was like that, that would be sick because then it'd bring more people down here. There's a lot of families down here that are definitely missing out. That would be,
One of my questions that I had for you, just because I know you live downtown Salem and you always talk about downtown Salem, and I feel like that's one similarity that we all have between the three of us, that we care about downtown Salem.
Yeah.
What's one thing you want people that have never been to Salem to know about Salem? Because we've talked to a lot of people that are from like the Portland area, and it seems like most of them have been to Salem, but very, very few times, and they all have kind of like a negative like look of Salem. So like, what would be one thing you would want people to know about Salem?
Oh man, it's kind of like Salem compared to like Portland is like the city that you really don't know about. You know what I mean? I feel like people know about Salem, but like if you go out to like Texas, people are like, "Oh, where are you from?" And you'll be like, "Oregon." Like, "Oh, Salem." "Oh, Portland." "Oh, no, Salem." You know what I mean? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Even though we're the capital, but they're
Exactly.
like,
I think the way you view it, I don't think you compare Portland to Salem. Like when you're in Portland, you're in a big city, you don't
Of
need to go
course.
to Salem.
Yeah.
It's like we don't need to go to Woodburn, or we don't really need to go to Jefferson or Albany.
Yeah,
Does that make sense? It's the same
exactly.
thing. It's not a big city. Of course, maybe Albany loves their city and whatever the scenario is, but there's no need for me to go to Albany. Same thing
No.
with Portland. Portland has it all. So when you talk to someone that's native or that lives in Portland, they're like, why would I go to Salem? What is in Salem? There's nothing in
Yeah.
Salem because they have it all. So when you view it like that, it doesn't make sense. But I do think that Salem, if the waterfront or the front street, if they get developed, and if maybe I don't know if this is the case anymore, but if they have like a semi-pro or professional team, whether it's basketball, soccer, or whatever, or second division,
Yeah.
that would bring people, right? And a lot of sporting events that's like a semi-pro or professional brings families and crowds, right?
Yeah.
Before the game, people travel, they come here, they go downtown,
It's
they
like-
go to the bars, they go get something to eat, and then they go there. That's what helps.
It's like Seattle. Like you go down to Seattle. Like I go down to Seattle every year. You go down to Seattle, everybody's like, "Oh, I want to go see the Space Needle." Okay, so that's the big like, you know, in the pin, you know. And then you're like, okay, well, I'm gonna go down to the waterfront in Seattle because that's where all the food's at. There's a Ferris wheel or whatever you want to call it, and like there's stuff to do, and there's a lot of like art culture there, and like people appreciate that, you know. And so like when you go Seattle to Oregon and you're like, okay, well, I just stepped into Bone Dry and there's nothing here, you know what I mean? And you like go downtown and just like, okay, there's these shops, there's, you know, I just feel like it could be better. It could be improved. You know?
I think we're on the right path. I think Salem's on the right path downtown. I think that is just more with population. Like you can't compare. I mean, I don't think Salem's ever gonna have a staple like a mark, like a Space Needle. But
Yeah.
I think having sporting events or a bigger
That'd be
venue
cool.
would be something that people would look forward. And having the amphitheater or like the new whatever you call that downtown
yeah,
music festival or music anything, that helps a lot of people come. So
that's
Yeah.
true. Yeah, that's true.
little
too.
by little, but that's what I'm saying. Like we're like, you got to understand that we're like 80 years behind when Portland started, and eventually it catches up with population growth. But you have all these establishments kind of set, or you have the infrastructure set with stadiums, with this, with bigger stuff.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. It's crazy, man, because I go down to Seattle and I'll be like, dude, there's a lot of stuff here, and like you walk around a new block and you'll get lost, but then you look up at the needle and you'll be like, okay, I know where I'm going, and like you'll have so much fun down in Seattle, and it's like, dude, where'd the time go? You know what I mean? But when you're down in Salem, it's like, all right, I'm gonna go to the park, hang out at the park, maybe have a picnic or something, and then like go down to the bar. And that's kind of your night, you know. Otherwise, you like they just they have that wrecking baller place down over there by Fork 40, which is super sick, man. They have like escape rooms down there. Like it's kind of building a little bit. Like you said, we're on the right path, but I feel like it just needs to be bigger.
Is the population is not there? That's why.
And that's why they're
You need to be over a certain amount. Like when you look at all these other cities,
yeah.
you look at the population, and you also look at the companies there. Like Seattle grew like what 30 the last 30 years, I would say. All these big companies, all these new like tech
Microsoft,
companies,
Amazon.
Yeah.
and now they're
yeah.
pouring money into that city. Everybody's pouring money. So I don't think Salem's ever going to be like that, but eventually you start to roll the
But
ball.
we
with
we
someone.
had the Blackbirds in town too, and that didn't last very long. Do you
they
think
weren't
that if-
very big, man.
Do you think that
But-
if we did have a second league professional team of whatever it is, you think it'd be successful?
Whatever sport, as long as it's like professional, yes.
Not semi.
The Panthers, the FC Panthers are semi, and it's like
It didn't work.
it doesn't
out.
really. No one really cares.
It was Panthers, not. It wasn't.
I mean,
Blackbirds.
I like soccer, and I don't know much about them, right?
Oh, you're talking about soccer.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you were talking about the
the
Blackbirds.
Black
oh,
Bears,
football. Oh, okay,
the
football.
Salem Capitals.
Yeah.
But I mean, I
So
just don't know if it's big enough.
Is the Berries? Are they out of the? Are they
Yeah,
out?
they did them dirty, man.
Wow.
You heard of them, right?
Yeah, of course.
They did them dirty. Apparently, the football league or whatever it's called,
Yeah.
it was probably like 12 teams or 13 teams. They all got together except the Oregon owner, and they did their own shit and pretty much
Wow.
so pretty much got kicked out without knowing.
Wow, that's insane. Wow, because they were like hyped up and they were popping off or whatever.
They
and it
were,
was,
dude.
like,
They were like everywhere, huh? Side hustle and shit. They're like getting
Yeah.
known. Yeah, dude.
That's
just-
That
insane.
sucks.
Yeah.
dude.
They were pissed about it. There was an article about it. Did you just read about it? They're like, they had a meeting without the Oregon or whoever Salem owners or whoever it was.
Wow.
It's like, damn.
That kind of sucks, honestly. That's insane. Wow.
What was I gonna say? Do you have more questions? Dude? We're almost approaching the hour. If you have any other more questions before we wrap it up or anything you want to say
I
that
got something.
you
I
know?
got something. Yeah. So, is the camera like? Does it angle down? Can it see my feet or no?
He
Can it
can.
see-
He could angle it
Can you
down.
angle it down? Okay. So on my shoes, I have some WingManV merch.
Just zoom in, John.
So this is what I'm trying to promote now for shoes or an apparel and clothes and whatnot. So if you can get a good angle of that, obviously my name is on there. My little guy, I don't know if you can see it, but yeah, there's a lotus flower on this side, and then there's a little guy on this other side.
Oh yeah.
And so that's my guy.
You probably can't see that very well, can you, John? If not, I can
Can you
just have
see
him, I can have him send me a picture.
I mean,
and
he can just zoom in. It's better when
you-
you zoom
can
it
you
in.
zoom- Oh.
Yeah, if you like stood up and turned around, you could see it better.
Oh,
But
yeah.
That's really the limitation right now.
Right. Oh.
You know what, dude? Just put your foot up here.
Oh, okay. No, bro, I can't do that. No.
It's like,
Yeah, here we go. No, so anyway, so
I was gonna say
we'll start off the show that
Oh,
way.
you
It's like,
want
what
me
is he
to-
doing?
you can take your shoe off and put it on the table.
No, you just
I
put your
mean,
foot.
do you want me to do that? I mean, I can
You
show you.
Hold it up then and
All right.
actually talk about it.
So
Zoom in.
Wingman V is right here on the side, and then so this is an art piece that I had somebody else help me with, and I was so excited. So when they put it on there, they showed me a picture of it, and I was like, no way. I was like, no way, dude. And so now I have my own like shoes. So if you guys want some shoes, I can put these in the shop. And let me know if you guys want some. But yeah, so it all started with like the idea of more like apparel. And so I was like, you know what? I want something else because I want to wear Wingman V, you know? I want to have Wingman V shoes, pants, which these are my pants that I made.
Hell yeah.
And then the shirt or the sweatshirt and then the shirt underneath. So I'm trying to promote those more, but this is the first time that I've ever said anything about it on the internet. So
There you have it.
we can promote that nowadays. Yeah. So not tattoo. Painted on shoes with your name on it, anybody's name on it, your name on it. If you want, send me a message. We'll talk, and then we'll go from there.
Hell yeah.
Really? Hell yeah.
Where can people find you?
You can find me.
go ahead.
Go for it.
I
Yeah.
just wanted
I
to
was-
say
okay,
his
go ahead,
Instagram,
yeah.
but
Go ahead.
So you can find me on WingmanV343 Instagram. Go down there. Same thing with everything. Yeah.
cool. Well, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Oh no, that's fine. Quick things before we wrap it up. What's your favorite spot in Salem? Like eat, drink.
Oh, my favorite
Sure.
spot? Oh, dude, man. So my favorite spot downtown is I gotta say Coin Jam.
Coin Jam.
Coin
Oh,
Jam.
shit.
Okay.
I gotta say Coin Jam is a good spot to eat, and you get to play games down there. You know, I like to play pool on the side, so I will go down to Mikey's, go
Okay.
get some brew down there.
They have
shoot some
pool
pool.
tables?
Yeah, they have two.
Oh,
Yeah.
Okay.
They have comedy night and then like karaoke night every once in a while.
Mm-hmm.
So if you guys like that stuff or whatever, yeah, go down there.
Oh yeah.
I love those two spots, Mikey's and Coin Jam.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then what type of music do you like?
I like hip hop, R&B, rap kind of style. Yeah.
Your favorite artist right now?
Right now, Logic.
Logic.
I know he's like.
Logic.
I know he's like. Yeah.
Dude, I don't even know who Logic is.
Dude, he's old school, dude. What are you
He
talking
is,
about?
yeah.
I feel like yes, I've heard of him, but I don't know, dude.
Dude, what's wrong with you, dude?
Logic. Definitely. Logic is in my
Yeah,
top
I don't
5.
step outside of country music, way.
Oh my god.
I'm joking.
That's-
I don't like
no,
country.
that's-
Nah, I don't like country music. That's him, not me.
Do you like country music?
I love
or
country
what?
music.
There's
yeah.
nothing wrong with country music.
No, there's
there
not.
is.
No, dude, you're a hater, dude.
I am a hater.
Okay, that's okay. No, I kind of grew up on country, so like that was kind of the case on that. But
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, no.
I like it, but it's alright.
And then you said you play basketball. Do you watch basketball or do you have a favorite basketball team?
I do not watch
Memphis.
Memphis, John Moran.
John Moran.
Raptors. Fuck, dude, that's funny. God damn it.
Dude.
Jesus Christ.
And
You're about to get canceled like John Moran. I'm gonna
No,
give you a
bro.
$75,000 fine, dude.
hell no, $75
You're gone, bro. You're gone.
right now. Shit. And then, do you have a favorite beer? Do you drink? Do you like? Do you like the draft, like the brewing beer, or like domestic beer, or like imports or anything?
Oh, man, so I don't drink beer.
Oh, okay.
I don't.
My
I'll
bad.
drink some. No, you're good. I'll drink like a seltzer, like a hard seltzer.
okay.
I don't have one in specific, but like I know they got some good ones in Washington. So
Okay,
go
I
out
see.
there. You know?
Do you drink liquor like whiskey, tequila, or anything, or
Bro,
just
I
seltzer?
used to.
Oh,
So
okay.
that's the killer right there.
Yeah,
I
I
don't
see.
hardcore drink.
What about weed?
Okay.
No, I don't smoke.
Oh, okay.
I don't do anything. I don't do mushrooms. I don't do anything.
Okay.
I don't
see.
do. I'm a very
What's your vice?
energy drinks.
Okay, hey, that's a vice, dude. That's
Bro,
a freaking vice.
So
dude.
yeah, no.
All right, how many milligrams of caffeine a day?
Damn.
we're talking 400. So.
Oh,
Shit.
dude,
You
no,
got the-
those
you
are
got
rookie
the-
numbers,
I
dude.
know,
Rookie
I know,
numbers?
bro, I'm sorry.
Is that rookie number? What are you?
Those are dude on a easy day 600 milligrams.
Damn, dude. Dude,
that
I'm
like-
tripping. I'm like, dude, 200. Should I drink another one? Dude, drink another one. I was like, bro, I feel like I can't.
But my heart's gonna start beating faster.
Take a 5-hour and pour it into a Red Bull.
Oh, dude.
Bro,
Oh,
that's
I'm gonna
too
tell you a
much.
secret. I'm
Tell
gonna tell
me.
you a secret.
Tell me.
This is a Mexican remedy. I'm gonna say it's Mexican right now because I'm Mexican.
All right.
Okay, so when you're sick, you get a 16-ounce Red Bull.
Okay.
Is it 16, John, or is it 20?
How do you
The
know?
biggest one is.
I think it's
24?
No, they don't have 24s. It's either 16 or
They don't?
20. I want to say it's 20.
20.
I want to say it's 20 ounce.
Okay.
But you get one of those Red Bulls. You buy a 5-hour energy drink. A 5-hour energy little
Yeah,
shot.
little guy. Yeah.
So then you open the Red Bull.
This sounds fucking crazy.
You take a chug. Just not too much. I mean, just a regular chug, like if you were taking a shot or whatever.
Yeah.
And then you open up the 5-hour, you dump it inside the Red Bull, and then you shake it up, and then you chug that bitch. You take that, dude. If you're having a cold, goes away. If you have a fever, goes away.
Really?
Dude, you're a new guy.
I don't know, dude.
You're gonna
I
have
don't
to
know.
send me that in a text.
I don't know.
You better send me
I don't,
that.
I don't think I believe you.
John, how many times have you seen me do this, John?
I mean, you worked.
Okay,
construction
so
for a
that's
while.
that's one.
Okay,
that's
that's
one.
one. Okay.
Another one. This is a different one. You go to Starbucks. You buy a medicine ball.
Oh.
Have you ever had a medicine ball?
No.
Okay, so
I don't
it's-
go to Starbucks.
I do believe. Yeah, I don't. Yeah.
It's a tea. It's like it's a black tea.
Okay.
And it's got a couple different things in it.
Yeah.
And then you get 2 5-hour energy shots, and you dump it in the tea, and then you drink that shit. That will get you.
That's
feeling
many,
better, bro.
Yeah.
Dude, I don't know. I don't know if I don't
These
know
are
if I-
these are homemade remedies,
Okay.
dude.
You gotta send me that text and I'll try it.
Yo, you gotta try it.
Cool, cool.
I will try it. Yeah.
Shit.
Yes.
Before we wrap up the show, hey John, let me borrow your Jeffrey Dahmer glasses for the pictures.
Dude, why you acting like you don't got your own pair, dude?
Shit. Cool, dude. Should have worn this all.
Those are more curved than
Oh yeah, there you
shit
go.
on.
Jeffrey Dahmer.
yeah.
Dude, tell me those are not Jeffrey Dahmer glasses.
Yeah, I gotta see. Yeah, you're,
They were saying that-
But, hey, I can get you some new ones, John.
Those are transitions.
Those are nice. Those are what these are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Those are just like already shaded partially.
That's awesome, bro.
Damn, dude.
Bro,
Use them for night.
Sheesh. Fucking Jeffrey Dahmer.
Dude, you're acting like it's a pro to have Jeffrey Dahmer glasses. It's not a pro.
No,
Don't
it's
be
not,
flexing
dude.
them Jeffrey Dahmer glasses.
He just took a picture of it. He's gonna like tag it, like hashtag Jeffrey Dahmer.
For real.
I don't even know who that is.
You know what he did,
Yeah,
right?
I'm joking. Yeah, I know.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, dude.
Really, what did you do?
Yeah, what did he do?
I don't know.
You've been
Hey.
researching, huh?
All right. Before we close up, what did Jeffrey Dahmer do?
A lot of shit.
Oh my god, that's the end. That's the end of it right there.
Ooh, it's over.
Close us up, dude. Close us up.
Oh my god.
Shout out to Memphis.